No, it didn't blow up. It was fucking terrible. Like most first videos you'll see. 5 months ago, when I actually started taking seriously this thing of making money online, becoming an educational content creator, following religiously Iman Gatzi's advice, Hamza's advice, Alex Forbosi's advice, they actually turned out to work. It just took actual effort and not giving up on it. Yeah, who would have thought? Online millionaires teaching you how to make money online and their advice actually works. Crazy, huh? Yeah, that's just how arrogant and dumb we can get to be sometimes, especially because we are too fearful of being fooled or taken advantage of, or even just looking like a fool for healing to other people's advice. But reality is that I was being a fool by not following their advice like the fucking gospel because they were absolutely right. Of course, I did certain particular things that they didn't advise, and here's where the story comes in. Stick around because I got a surprise for you. I started posting around 4 or 5 months ago self improvement content. Basically, how to build your own timetable, how to get consistent at good habits, how to implement the three core holistic self improvement habits of meditation for the soul and for mental health, reading for the mind, and working out for the body. The very same day I posted my first video, I actually went into one of Hamza's free communities, Adonis Gang, and I was so excited about it. I also had heard Iman Gatzi's advice that I didn't need a course to actually start selling, so I could run my MVP, minimum viable offer, as a coaching service, teach people what I knew, get them results, get testimonials, and make sure my process worked and people were actually interested on this knowledge, so I wouldn't spend time and effort building a course that people might not be interested on or that might not solve nobody's problem, you know. So I went on Hamza's community and started looking for guys who could be in need of my help, guys struggling with their self-improvement, consistency, discipline, bad habits, you name it. And of course I found a lot. I started giving advice, trying to help them out, giving them all the best tips and actionable plans of action to that's kind of redundant, actionable plans of action to get them out of their bad situations and help them overcome their roadblocks. Naturally, the conversations started flowing from posts and comments to the DMs. And to actually connect better, I knew the best way to build trust was to jump on calls, video calls. There's something about actually talking to another person and being able to look into their eyes. um there's just something about the person's face that develops immediate trust, and it's something so hard to achieve online. Of course, high ticket sales reps know all about this, but I was basically discovering this shit on my own. It was crazy. I could barely believe it. Then on the calls, because yes, I got into two calls the very same day I started talking to people there. I just made my pitch, explained them. I do one-on-one coaching. I help you out consistently with your self-improvement, help you reach your goals and get rid of the bad habits. We can do online business consulting as well, and I can teach you how to deploy these very same frameworks I'm using to start your own online business and personal brand on YouTube. And I will even offer you the first month for free. That's just how committed I was to actually make this work. So it was really fucking hard for people to say no. So anybody who was actually interested on just making progress in their self-improvement and making money online, they would say yes because they had nothing to lose. I was also doing daily calls with them. So 1 hour, I was working a lot and putting huge effort into it. I'm not going to lie, it's not easy to jump on 1 to 3 hours calls because yes, sometimes calls would get extensive because there was so much to get done and to go through. So with coaching clients trying to fix their entire lives. So the thing is, still, I learned a lot. And after the first month for free, I started just charging. It wasn't much because I was selling myself extremely cheap because a lack of confidence on my skills as a coach, which is only natural when you are getting started, but it is what it is. And yes, I know you're dying to know the actual number by which I started. I'm not going to hide it from you because of shame or anything. I'll just be raw honest with you. I started charging with my very first self improvement and online coaching consulting, an online business consulting coaching client, just $142. Yes, for an entire month. 1 to 3 hours of coaching calls every single fucking day. Crazy, huh? But we all got to start somewhere. But I realized that outbound sales actually work. You can make it happen. If you just try, the reason why you are not making money is because you haven't made an offer to anyone yet. You just got to put your offer in front of people and hopefully in the right way. And that's exactly what I'm here to teach you how to do. So listen up. If you are here, I'm assuming you are an educational content creator, or at least you want to become one. I'm assuming you got something you have achieved or overcome in your life. Maybe you managed to quit bad habits like smoking, vaping, junk food, video games, porn, fapping, or whatever. Maybe you managed to get consistent at the gym and build an aesthetic body, or at least a not so bad body, which you are still improving. Maybe you manage to make money online by editing or by copywriting as a freelancer. It can even be that you play an instrument or learn a language. If you don't, I mean, if you don't have anything at all, which I hardly believe it, because anything, it could be anything at all, even getting good grades at school. You can even do online tutoring and you can make a lot from that. But if you got nothing at all, just go back to your real life and start developing a skill. You can come back here and learn how to monetize. All right. So once you got this skill, you think, is there out there a group of people who want to learn this? Is there out there a group of people troubled by this problem I have managed to overcome? Chances are you are not that unique snowflake you think you are, and you are actually quite common. And there's a bunch of people who are currently struggling with the same thing you were a couple of months ago or years ago, and you can actually help them avoid all the pain and suffering you went through and obtain faster their desired outcome, the thing you already got and they wish they had themselves. Well, those people are your niche. Now that you got a niche, let's say your niche are, for example, skinny fat guys, ages 14 to 25. You know their problems. They have no self esteem, get no girls, are not respected by their peers, feel unattractive, and with very low confidence. And you got their solution. You know the nutrition that they should be following to get ripped and build muscle at the same time. You know how to optimize testosterone on them through sprints, sunlight, and the right nutrition already mentioned. You know exactly the kind of workout routine they could do and how they should start, go about it, and implement it to ensure consistency and results. Got it? How do you deliver it? Start by coaching them. This will be your MVP, minimum viable product. You'll teach them exactly how to achieve their desired outcome. You'll take them by the hand and get them there. You could market it as a 90 days transformation challenge or whatever. You charge accordingly, maybe one session per week or something like that, and you could offer them a down sell if they don't want to buy a full package like the 90-day thing and just want to do one call with you to see how it goes. And you could sell individual calls for 40 or $50, for 1 hour of your time, which is honestly very cheap, but it does work, especially when you're getting started and you all have like low confidence on your abilities and all that kind of stuff. But that's just kind of like the bare minimum. So try not to go below that, because if not, you will have no true motivation to actually do this shit unless you are a crazy motherfucker who really has a lot of motivation. But trust me, money motivates you, will motivate you a lot, especially getting these early on wins. This is positive reinforcement. You coach for a couple of months, and once you have gotten some testimonials on results for clients, you'll know intuitively in your mind exactly how to streamline the process to get them results. In your head will have organically formed a course that actually works. On top of that, from the most common roadblocks of your clients, you'll know what kind of content to put out there on your YouTube channel to generate the right kind of traffic and attract your ideal customers to your personal brand, and potentially get more coaching clients, more than you could handle. Then, in time then it's time to develop the course. Host it on school and start host it. You'll host it on school and start getting inbound sales from your YouTube traffic. If not, you can still go out there and do outbound sales, just like I showed you on my story. You got everything you need to start implementing. Of course, business is just like building an aesthetic body. It takes commitment and it takes consistency. If you do not do the daily actions required to get there, you won't get there. And it could take months or even years. You simply don't know that. But a mental shift that will help you a lot is get rid of time frames or deadlines to achieve what you want, and simply decide to grind at it until you get it right. If you start thinking like that, success is guaranteed, because if you never give up, then you'll never truly fail. That means that eventually you'll get it right, you'll win, you'll succeed. If you want my help with this and access to my school community, where I host a course on how to do all this step by step, direct access to me, group calls, the support of a community of like minded entrepreneurs and content creators just like yourself from all niches. And if you want the accountability that comes with it, to have to post daily on the community, completing the actionable steps, get positive reinforcement from the guys in the community, so we ensure you hit your goals. And on top of that, the extra layer of accountability of having to spend money on a course and a community, you now need to make it rentable for yourself. Trust me, this is the highest ROI thing you can do for yourself. ROI means return on investment. If you don't, just don't worry. I'll keep putting out content just like this, giving away all the secrets, building trust with you, and trying to help you out on your journey. But remember that you don't have to do this alone. Just click the link in the description. It will take you to my Instagram profile. Don't mind that it's shamefully small, my following there, but I got some cool pictures. So on my IG, just send me a DM with the following keyword: school, on low caps. Just school, like the SKOOL. You do that, and we'll get talking, so to see if we are a good fit for each other, and if it would be truly useful and effective thing for you, if it would be a truly useful and effective thing for you to be on my community. Regardless, you've got all the secrets here on YouTube, so stick around for more stuff like this, because I'm going straight to the top and I'm taking you with me for the ride, bro. Remember, delusion backed up just by words is just delusion, but delusion backed up by relentless action, that's called faith, brother. Duty, honor, and pride.